Every single week, someone buys a gorgeous plant from a nursery, puts it in their yard, and watches it die within a season. The problem was never the price. It was never the watering can. The real problem was the wrong plant in the wrong place. After 25 years working in professional landscaping, Sam has figured out exactly which plants earn their keep year after year. No chemical sprays, no constant babying, no replacing every spring. These are the 15 plants that belong in every serious garden. And the list starts with 5 plants most gardeners completely overlook. If this kind of practical, no-nonsense gardening advice helps you, hit that subscribe button right now and join the Seniors Gardening Advice community. Thousands of gardeners just like you are building smarter, stronger landscapes every single week. Drop a comment below and let Sam know which plant surprises you the most. Plant number 15, Sweetbox, Sarcococca confusa. Most people walk past Sweetbox at the nursery without a second glance. That is a serious mistake. This compact, shade-loving evergreen reaches only 4 to 5 feet at maturity, making it perfect for those dark, north-facing corners of the yard where nothing else wants to grow. Its glossy, dark green leaves stay rich and full every single month of the year. But the real magic happens in midwinter, when tiny white flowers open and release one of the most remarkable fragrances in the plant world. The scent is sweet, warm, and almost vanilla-like, floating through the garden on cold days when everything else is silent. It thrives in zones 6 through 9, handles partial to full shade without complaint, and once established, needs almost no supplemental watering. For shady problem spots, nothing beats it. Plant number 14, Creeping Juniper, Juniperus horizontalis. Slopes, banks, and dry sunny patches are the nightmare of most gardeners. Creeping juniper is the answer. This low-growing ground cover spreads outward rather than upward, forming a dense carpet of blue-green needles that suppresses weeds, controls erosion, and requires almost zero attention once it takes root. It tolerates drought, full sun, cold winters, and poor soil with equal ease. In autumn, the foliage shifts toward a coppery bronze, adding a completely different seasonal dimension. There are dozens of varieties to choose from, ranging from ankle height to knee height, so the right fit exists for nearly any space. For large, difficult-to-mow slopes or dry foundation strips, creeping juniper is the professional's go-to solution.
Plant number 13, Mountain Laurel, Camellia latifolia. This native broadleaf evergreen deserves far more attention than it gets. Mountain laurel produces leathery, deep green foliage that stays elegant through all 4 seasons. In late spring, it erupts in flower clusters of white, pink, or deep burgundy, often twice as wide as your hand, that genuinely stop people in their tracks. It prefers slightly acidic, well-drained soil and a part shade location, making it ideal under tall trees or on the shaded side of the house. The blooms attract pollinators, and the foliage provides reliable year-round structure in woodland-style landscapes. Once established, mountain laurel is highly drought-tolerant and largely pest-resistant. It is one of those rare plants that looks completely at home in both formal and naturalistic garden designs. Plant number 12, Boxwood, Buxus. The little black dress of the landscape world. Formal, timeless, and endlessly adaptable. Boxwood holds its shape, shrugs off deer, tolerates both sun and shade, and can be clipped into crisp geometric forms or allowed to grow in a softer, natural globe. Wintergreen boxwood is cold-hardy down to zone 4 and retains its lively green color even through harsh winters. For borders, low hedges, foundation plantings, or container displays, few shrubs deliver the same clean architectural presence with less effort. A light trim once a year in late winter keeps it looking sharp. New disease-resistant varieties have also addressed the blight issues that troubled older cultivars, making today's boxwood selection stronger than ever. Plant number 11, Emerald Green Arborvitae. For privacy without the maintenance of a fence, Emerald Green Arborvitae is one of the most dependable choices in landscaping. It grows in a tight, narrow column, typically 6 to 9 feet tall but only 2 to 3 feet wide, making it ideal for small yards or tight property lines where a sprawling hedge simply does not fit. The foliage stays a rich, vibrant green through winter, even in zones 3 through 8. It requires no pruning to maintain its natural shape, and once established, it handles drought and heavy clay soils with minimal fuss. Planted in a row, these create a fast, elegant privacy screen. Planted as a single specimen, they serve as clean vertical accents framing an entryway or driveway.
Plant number 10, Encore azalea. Old-fashioned azaleas bloom for 2 weeks in April and then spend the rest of the year as unremarkable green shrubs. Encore azaleas change the entire conversation. These remarkable plants bloom 3 times, once in spring, again in midsummer, and then deliver their biggest, most dramatic display in the fall. They are more sun-tolerant than traditional varieties, which opens up spots in the landscape where classic azaleas would struggle. Colors range from pure white to deep violet, and the plants stay compact and tidy without much pruning. For maximum bloom impact with minimum effort, no flowering shrub in the landscape delivers a better return on investment. Plant number 9, phenomenal lavender. Standard lavender struggles in areas with humid summers and wet winters. Phenomenal lavender was specifically bred to handle those exact conditions. It holds on to the classic silvery blue foliage and the calming aromatic fragrance that makes lavender irresistible, but it survives where other varieties rot and fail. The key is planting it in a location with maximum sun exposure and amending the soil with crushed stone or coarse grit to guarantee fast drainage. Used as a low hedge along a sunny pathway or mixed into an herb garden border, phenomenal lavender creates a sensory experience that few other plants can match. Pollinators absolutely love it, and the dried flower stalks add beauty to the garden well into winter. Plant number 8, Chinese snowball viburnum. For sheer spectacle, very few plants on this list compete with the Chinese snowball viburnum. This large shrub grows 10 to 15 feet tall and equally wide, and in spring it becomes completely covered in enormous lime green flower clusters that slowly fade to pure, brilliant white. Each flower cluster can reach the size of a grapefruit. The effect is breathtaking, the kind of plant that makes strangers slow their cars down to stare. After the bloom fades, deep green leathery foliage takes over and stays clean and disease-free through the entire summer. This is the plant for large open spaces, corner anchors, or any spot in the landscape that needs a genuine showstopper.
Plant number 7, double play candy corn spirea. Modern spirea varieties have nothing in common with the dull, boring shrubs from decades past. Double play candy corn is essentially 3 different plants in one growing season. In spring, new growth emerges in vivid electric red and orange. By summer, the foliage shifts to bright pineapple yellow with clusters of purple flowers appearing on top. In fall, the whole plant transitions into deep, warm russet tones before going dormant. It is a deciduous shrub, but its dense branching structure still provides strong visual interest through winter. Virtually indestructible in full sun, it handles difficult spots that defeat other shrubs without complaint. If you need color in a tough location, this is the plant for the job. Plant number 6, Rudbeckia, Gold Stern Black-Eyed Susan. When summer heat peaks and other perennials start to struggle, Gold Stern Rudbeckia is just warming up. This native perennial produces a massive wave of golden yellow blooms for 6 weeks or more, starting in midsummer and extending deep into fall. It spreads gradually to fill gaps in the landscape without becoming invasive, which makes it one of the best plants for naturalizing a planting bed over time. Here is a detail most gardeners miss. Do not cut the stems down in autumn. The dried seed heads provide critical winter food for goldfinches and other seed-eating birds, and they bring a beautiful textural quality to a frost-covered garden that no ornamental can fully replicate. Plant number 5, Camellia sasanqua and Camellia japonica. These 2 plants work as a team. Sasanqua camellias are sun-tolerant bloomers that flower in autumn, while japonica camellias prefer partial shade and bloom in late winter. Planting both types in the same landscape creates a continuous display of rose-like flowers during the coldest and darkest months of the year. Camellias are slow growers, which means they will not outgrow their space for decades, and they can live for a full century when properly sited. Both types prefer slightly acidic soil and benefit enormously from a thick layer of pine bark mulch that insulates their shallow root systems through temperature extremes. If you have space for only one pairing on this list, make it this one.
Plant number 4, Oakleaf holly. This plant replaces every stiff, old-fashioned holly in the landscape with something genuinely beautiful. Oakleaf holly grows in a graceful, naturally pyramidal shape with foliage shaped exactly like oak tree leaves, deeply lobed, rich green, and far more elegant than the sharp, flat leaves of traditional hollies. It is a self-fruiting variety, which means no male pollinator is needed to produce the bright red berries that cover the plant in winter and feed birds through the coldest months. It adapts to heavy clay soil with ease and works perfectly as a soft, refined corner anchor for a house or as a tall privacy hedge that feels natural rather than artificial. Plant number 3, tea olive, Osmanthus fragrans. The tea olive earns its place on this list through 2 completely separate qualities.
Visually, it is a dense, glossy evergreen shrub that works beautifully as a privacy screen or backdrop planting. But its real contribution is invisible: the scent. The tiny cream-colored flowers produce a fragrance reminiscent of ripe apricots and peaches that drifts up to 50 feet on a still day. Unlike most plants that bloom only in spring, tea olive is an opportunistic bloomer. Anytime autumn or winter temperatures swing warm for a few days, it opens its flowers and fills the garden with scent. On a cold, gray November afternoon, stepping outside to that fragrance is genuinely extraordinary. Plant number 2, Liriope muscari, Big Blue. Every landscape has transition zones: the awkward strips between sun and shade, the slopes that are too steep to mow, the paths that need definition without fuss. Big Blue Liriope solves all of them. This evergreen, grass-like perennial is extraordinarily tough, handling both extreme humidity and bone-dry soil without complaint. In late summer, it produces upright spikes of deep purple flowers that look like miniature lavender hyacinths, adding an unexpected elegance to plantings that otherwise stay low and simple. The professional maintenance tip is straightforward: cut the entire planting back to about 4 inches in late winter. This clears out any winter-burned foliage and allows bright, fresh green blades to emerge cleanly in spring, making the planting look completely renewed every single year.
Plant number 1, knockout rose. When knockout roses arrived in the year 2000, they genuinely changed the landscaping industry. Before that, roses demanded regular chemical spraying, meticulous deadheading, and constant vigilance against black spot and aphid damage. Knockout roses eliminated all of that. They are self-cleaning, meaning spent blooms drop on their own, and new ones continue coming without any deadheading required. They push out vibrant color from early spring all the way into the first hard frost, often 6 to 7 months of continuous bloom. They thrive in full sun, establish quickly, and become drought-tolerant within a single growing season. In every color from classic red to soft coral to clean white, knockout roses remain the single most impactful, lowest-maintenance flowering shrub available. Build a landscape around these, and color takes care of itself. Those are the 15 plants that have proven themselves across 25 years of professional landscaping work. Not one of them was chosen because it looks pretty in a pot at the garden center. Every single one was chosen because it performs year after year, season after season, with minimal demand and maximum reward. If this video helped you make smarter planting decisions, please give it a like. It genuinely helps more gardeners find this channel. Subscribe to Seniors Gardening Advice so you never miss a practical tip, and share this video with a friend or neighbor who is planting their garden this season. Drop a comment below and tell Sam which plant on this list surprised you most, or share the one tough performer that belongs on this list but did not make it. The conversation in the comments is always the best part.